had to step away for a moment. And let me see if I could put some music on. Hold on. Okay, so far, here we go. This was after I put the orange. Right? So now I'm going to put some green. Some green polish. I think I'm just going to do some dots. Do some little design dots around the border. Just making a border. So I'm going to pause it now. You see with that technique. And I'll hold it up to the camera once I'm done. Okay, so far, this is what we have. Hold on, let me hold it up. So this is the card so far. Let me straighten this out somewhat. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So now I have this yellow strip. And like I was saying, if you don't have like color strip paper, you can literally just take a white piece of paper and color it. And what I like to do is I like to put color it around the borders because it gives it some depth. If you have like ink stamps, it's easy. You can just go around it with the ink stamp. But when you don't have an ink stamp, you just have to take the marker and go around it. You see, like you just putting a little color around. I have ink pads that I could do this, but I want to show you how to do it with a marker. And if you don't have a marker, you could use a colored pen. Like I was saying before, the purpose of this is to show how to make the scripture cards, if you're into Bible art journaling, without without using a whole lot of like expensive supplies, or if you don't have those kind of tools, this may be some things just laying around your home, you know. So you can even do this with crayons, you know. So okay, so right now what I just did is I just see, and so when I put the scripture on there on this card and I paste it on, it gives it some depth. So the scripture I'm going to use black writing, and I'm going to use the scripture John 4:24. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. So here it goes. God is spirit. And they that, and I'm going to do worship big because all my scripture cards are regarding worship. So I'm doing a lot of study on worship. And they that worship him must. I'm going to underline must because it's not an option. According to God, it's not an option how we should worship him. Must worship him, capital H, worship him in spirit and in truth. And that is John 4:24. I just love that scripture. Because we can't worship God any way that we choose. We must do it in spirit and in truth. And that's a whole another lesson, which I'm going to be doing a teaching on that at some point. Because it's not just about a song. It's not just about a dance, going to church, clapping our hands. It's how we live. We live in the spirit. Okay, we walk in the spirit. We walk in the spirit, and that way we won't fulfill the lust of the flesh. And also the truth. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So, okay, so here we go. I'm gluing this down now. I'm doing it this way because I want you to see how I'm gluing it down. Oops. Oopsie, oopsie. I kind of touched the sides a little bit, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I can still go back and fix that. It wasn't dry. I forgot that it wasn't dry. But I usually take my heat tool and glue it, dry it. But if you don't have a heat tool, it's okay. And what I did was I put glue on the back. So because I ended up touching that a little bit, it got a little bit smeared, but that's okay because it will, what I will do is I will go back over it with the polish. But let me see. What I can do is use this, my pen, and there we go. Good. I'm using my pen to burnish it down without touching the nail polish on the border, because I put some dots to be decorative. And like I said, I'll put these on my wall, or I'll just catalog them. And on the back, there are some lines. So like this one here, I wrote a prayer here. I wrote, God, I pray to worship you in the beauty of holiness. Teach me about your holiness. And I can just write other things. If I put it on the wall, I won't be able to do that. So I think what I'll do is I probably won't put it in the wall. Maybe I'll get, maybe what I'll do is I'll get a photo album. Yes, that way when I flip it, I can see what I wrote on the back, and let me date it. So I ended up doing 2 today, and I'm going to do, what I was thinking about was just painting, decorating a whole bunch of cards, and then just having them and then pulling them out daily, because I work, and I don't want it to be a situation where I'm not keeping up with it. Today is the 11th, 1/11/16th, and when that dries out, and that way if I want to add something to it, I can, if it's in the photo album. See, so that's what I mean. Sometimes ideas come afterwards. I'm going to put a little bit more of these dots here because I kind of smudged it when I was putting it down. So, but see, there we go. And it's a very inexpensive way for those of our that's in Bible journaling and like arts and craft, and you know, very artistic, and you know, like to keep memoirs and journals. I just love it. And I'm glad to find out there's a community of us out there that are just so much into this. You know, it just blesses my heart. I mean, millions. And I didn't know that, you know. So let me lift this up. And all we used here was nail polish, a card, and a pen. Look. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And when it dries, I'm going to like write my prayer or some notes that God gives me on the back here. And I also have my worship journal, so I could put stuff there that I learned. So let me put this back up. So thank you so much for watching, and I pray that it blessed you. If you have any comments, you can leave them in the comment box below. And I did say that I want to put something else down there. Yes, I hope I have to remember to put the link to His Kingdom Come down in the comment section, and the link to my Facebook group in the comment section below. All right, God bless you. Thanks for watching. Jesus loves you. And remember, those that God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. God bless you. Jesus loves you.